Now, it's the end of the day. I appreciate you guys listening to me on this video for the whole time. You guys should talk about why poetry, and what we're going to do is you guys are going to write your responses, and I'm going to look at them and kind of give you my feedback to your feedback. Another thing you guys need to realize is you need to pay attention to your punctuation. If you guys look at the eagle, you'll notice this is how many sentences long. Talk about that right now. How many sentences are in this poem? Alright? Now, a lot of us want to get into the habit of reading line by line and counting that as a sentence, and that's not true. He claps the crab with crooked hands is the start of a sentence, but it's not the finish. Keep that in mind for the punctuation. We'll talk more about this in the next couple weeks, but this is essentially 2 sentences about an eagle. And I'm curious what you guys came up for. Why poetry? What does poetry do for you that maybe a piece of regular prose writing can't? Now, on the way out the door, you had a scrap sheet of paper where you wrote down what is analysis. I want you to go back to that scrap sheet of paper as a closing and tell me what is analysis. One more time. I'd like to see a new definition, or if your definition was pretty close or correct the first time, you can say, well, my definition was pretty close. So your last closing activity is to write a second response to what is analysis, or what's your definition of analysis based on today. Go. Now, the very last thing is your homework assignment. For homework, you guys have a couple things that you need to do. The first thing you need to do is you need to make sure you have all the class materials that we need, a binder, notebook, things like that. The second thing you need to do is read and review the syllabus. Now, the syllabus is a monster. It's like 15 pages long. The reason why it's this long is because the College Board has to see a very detailed syllabus. So what I'm going to have you do is, as you read through this, you're going to golden line or star 3 of the most important things on the page that you're reading. And you're going to do this on every single page. Now, you don't have to annotate every single page or anything like that, but let's say you're reading this, and let's say you think that the grade scale is very important. You're going to highlight it, or you're going to star it, because that's one thing on this page that is so important. It's a golden line. It's a star moment. It's what everybody should focus on if they couldn't read the whole page. Now, you're doing this 3 times on every single page. Now, the last few pages of the syllabus are actually going to be the course units, but you still got to do the same thing. So what are 3 of the most important things on each page of the syllabi? Because you are going to bring that with you to class tomorrow and discuss. If you have questions, definitely ask me, but those are the homework. Homework is make sure you got your materials ready, make sure you read, and you golden line the syllabus, and you also need to get a parent signature, which is on the very last page. If you have questions, write them down. You guys have several things that you need to turn in, which is your notes on here, what you wrote down for Fox, and also what you wrote down for analysis. So please put those in the 3rd basket down, because you guys are technically 3rd block. Any questions? Let me know, and let's get started. Yay!